Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend, enjoyed themselves, was very safe. I am conscious. For those of y'all that don't know me, for those of y'all that do know me, I am conscious. And today, the subject is going to be about and be called time to let go and grow. I'm going to say that again. Today's subject is called Time to Let Go and Grow. Now, let's talk about letting go. Have you let's talk about it. Let's discuss it because I'm gonna talk about it. I'm definitely gonna discuss it today. I'm gonna get deep with it. You know how conscious do. For those of y'all that do know me, let's discuss it. Have you ever had a toy when you were younger and it was broken, or you knew something was wrong with it, but you didn't want to let it go because of the fact that you had so many memories with it, you did so many things with that toy? Or did you ever like to eat a certain type of food, whether it was fast food or any other type of food from a restaurant, but you did not want to let it go because of the fact that you love the way it tastes? That's another form of letting go. Or let me give you an example of myself. One time I had a bike and my bike broke. I knew it was broken. I knew the brakes on it was broken. But the thing about it is I did not want to take it to the storage. I did not want to sell. I did not want to do anything because I wanted to hold on to the memories. That is a form of not letting go. That's a form of not letting go. And let me ask y'all, or let me ask you should ask yourself this question. Why is it so hard to let go? I'm gonna ask that question again. Why is it so hard to let go? I'm gonna give y'all my opinion. Letting go is hard because of the simple fact that you want to hold on to the memories of something. You want to hold on to the memories of someone. You want to hold on to the memories of something you went through, so you don't want to let go of it. Um, Another example why it's so hard to let go is because that certain something or someone or that thing is bringing fulfillment to your life or brought fulfillment to your life. Now you know that you should let go, but it's bringing so much fulfillment in some type of way to your life, even though it's bad. So you do not want to let go. Or something that you've been through, it's a memory that you do not want to let go of. You know you need to let that memory go and stop living in the past, but you don't want to let it go because of the simple fact that you want to keep holding on to the memory. Those are reasons why people do not want to let go, or reasons why we don't let go, reasons why I didn't want to let go in the past. That is a reason. What does letting go mean? What does it mean? Ask yourself that. What does letting go mean? Well, for a lot of people, letting go means just saying, I'm just gonna give it up, or I'm just gonna drop it right here, or I'm just gonna put this behind me. I'm gonna roll forward. I'm gonna do the best I can. To everybody in your eyes, or in a lot of people' eyes in the world, that is what letting go means. But I'm here to tell you that letting go means so much more than that. I have a breakdown for what let go means. L means leaving. L means leaving. You know that you have to take steps. You know that you have to put something behind you. That is leaving. Why do people love headbands so much? We're not doing negativity today on this live. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm removing negative comments. Like I said, L stands for letting go. You have to be willing to leave a situation in the past. You have to be willing to let it go. You have to be willing to free yourself from that situation. That is number one. E stands for elevating. You have to be willing. Getting ready to block this person. There's so much negativity. We don't do negativity on this channel. Okay, let's see. All right. Moving negative. All negative comments will be removed on this live. So like I said, E stands for elevating. You have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to move forward. You have to be willing to do things to better your situation. Or also you have to be willing to do things to better yourself as well. Elevate. So we have L leaving. E for elevating. T is for teaching. The reason why T stands for teaching is because when you go through the process of leaving, when you go through the process of elevating, you also learn lessons along the way. That is where the teaching comes in. T stands for teaching. So L stands for leaving, E stands for elevate, and T stands for teaching. Now, what does the G stand for? G stands for gain. Gain. Like I said, you learn, you elevate, and you teach yourself. But also in the process of that, you gain something from it. You gain knowledge. You gain confidence. You gain as well happiness. So, like I said, G stands for gain. And what does O stand for? O stands for overcoming, because in the end, you bettered yourself. You rose above the situation. In the end, you are able to move forward. That's what you get from it. So E again stands for leaving. E stands for elevating. T stands for teaching. G stands for gain. And O stands for overcoming. Let team go. Let go. Let go. You have to be willing to let go. You have to know that at some point in life, holding on to something will cause you to have problems and you have to let go. I want to give y'all a Bible verse. I want to start off with a Bible verse before I get deeper into this subject, because I'm going to get real deep with it today. Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 through 19. God spoke to his people through the prophet Isaiah, saying, "Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? It shall spring forth. Shall you not know it?" You see, spring forth as in you shall go forward in life. You shall go ahead, which means do not stay behind. You will not remain stuck. Why is it important? Why is it important to let go? Why is it important to let go? It's important to let go because when you hold on to something, you stay stuck. When you hold on to thoughts and memories of stuff that you know are not good for you, you remain going through bad situations. You know that you're in a job that you're not happy with, but you staying stuck there and you're not going from that. And it's bringing you down. It's hurting you. It's crushing you. It's destroying you. That is tearing you down. That is one situation right there. You know that you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage and you've been in this for years. We're not talking about it's new to you or something. We're talking about a situation that you've been in for years. You know you've been in it. You've done everything you can to make it work. You know it's tearing you down. You know it's destroying you. You know it's hurting you. But you don't want to let go of it. You know that you're holding on to the memories of the past, but you still trying to live in the past. You know that you could be building your future. You could be working on bettering yourself, but you're so stuck on living in the past. You want to keep living in the past. You want to keep going through it, going through it. You want to keep going through it, going through it, going through it, going through it. And you're going to keep going through it because you want to live in the past. You know that you need to try to focus on doing new things, but you're so stuck on the memories from the past. You can't let it go. You don't want to let go. One, because like I said at first, you have the memories. You have the memories that you don't want to let go of. In some type of way, the situation or the certain person is bringing you fulfillment in your life. You don't want to let go of that person because that person has brought excitement into your life. That person in some types of way understands you. You feel like you're not going to find anything better. You're not going to find anyone better that can understand you as a person or who you are. So you don't want to let go of that person. Another reason is because, like I said, memories. You've been through some things or whatnot, and those things were good things, but it's becoming old things. The cycle's getting old, and you know you should be moving forward, but you don't want to move forward, so you cannot, in any type of way, you cannot let go. Excuse me, y'all. You cannot let go because you want to keep on living in that past. You want to keep on dealing with them memories. You want to keep on being that person. You cannot let go. I know how it feels to not let go because at one point in time, I was somebody who I wasn't supposed to be. I was out here, getting in trouble. I can only speak on myself. When I speak on things, I can't speak on nobody else's situation. I can only give y'all my life or give y'all examples of my life and use that to help y'all. But I know at one point in time, I was somebody that I shouldn't have been. I was living in the past. I was still out here getting in trouble. I was blinded by the money, or I was blinded by my loyalty to those who I thought were my friends, and I knew that I could be better. I knew that there were ways for me to grow, but I did not want to grow in any type of way. I was stuck. I just kept on living in that same past, kept doing the same things because I liked the way the money was. I loved my friends, thought that they would love me back, and I was just caught up in the cycle of my ways. I couldn't escape. I couldn't better myself. I had to let go and grow. I've been there. I understand. Those are reasons why we don't want to let go. Like I said before, it has to do with the memories. It has to do with fulfillment. And it also has to do with things that you are stuck in from the past in different kind of ways. Like I said, it's different kind of reasons why you do not want to let go. You don't want to let go. Now, how do we get started with letting go? How do you start with letting go? Well, I'll tell you how you start letting go. You have to admit, in the beginning, you have to admit that you have an issue with letting go. You have to admit that you know that you want to let go of something, but you can't. You have to admit that you have an issue. You have to be willing to get help with that issue. You have to be willing to get help with that problem so that you can let go. Negativity will be blocked on here today. Negativity will be blocked. Not dealing with negativity on his negative comments will be removed. Let's see here. All right. Like I said, you have to be willing to admit that you have a problem. Whatever your problem is, it doesn't matter what your problem is. We all deal with different kind of problems in life. We all go through different kind of things in life. You have to be willing to admit that you have a problem, and you have to be willing to admit that you are having trouble letting go. The thing about it is, a lot of times we know that we should let go of certain things, or we know that we're having a hard time letting go of certain issues, but we always try to do it by ourselves. We act like we can fight battles by ourselves, like we're strong enough. We be like, oh, I'm so strong, I'm gonna get through this, I know I can overcome this, I know that I'm gonna beat this situation. But we know that we can't. We keep trying and trying and trying. But instead of winning the battle, we start losing the battle. You have to be willing to admit that you're having trouble letting go. And you have to be willing to get help. It doesn't matter if you reach out to a trusted family member. It doesn't matter if you reach out to a friend that you can trust. Sometimes you cannot trust family or friends. So what's another way that you can let go? Give it to God. Give it to God. If you cannot win the battle yourself, if you cannot win the battle by reaching out to friends, if you feel like reaching out to family members isn't going to help, or you have tried and that's not helping, you have to be willing to give the battle to God, because the battle isn't just yours. You cannot win the battle alone. You have to be willing to get help. Reach out to God, talk to God, let God know. God, I'm having a hard time overcoming this battle. Tell God what your battle is. Tell him, I need your help, God. I need your help. I need you. I want to get over this problem. I want to overcome this problem. You have to be willing to admit that. You know why? Because it says it in the Bible. It says that God will never forsake you. He will never leave you hanging. He will always guide your footsteps. Give the battle to God. If you have nobody else, give the battle to God. What's another way? Trust the process. You have to be willing to trust the process and work on yourself along the way. You have to know that you got to trust the process. If you don't trust the process, you are not going to better yourself, because like I said, once you get the battle, you have to get a battle to somebody. You get a battle to God. Once you get the battle to God, God can do his part, but you have to do your part as well. And you have to know that God will work with you, but everything takes time. So you have to be willing to trust the process. While you're trusting the process, you have to do your part along the way and be patient. Another thing is, you have to understand that along the way, you are going to have bumps in the road. It's not going to be easy to let go. It's not going to be easy to get better. It's not going to be easy, let go of that person you was in a relationship with. It's not going to be easy. Somebody said, brother 12100 said, facts. You preach powerful words, and I hope you continue. Thank you, brother 12100. But you have to know that along the way, it's not going to be easy to let go of that person. You have to know along the way, it's not going to be easy to overcome that situation. You have to know along the way that you're going to slip up. Sometimes you might go back to that person. Sometimes whatever situation you're trying to let go of, you might still have a hard time letting go of it. You still might be in some type of way holding on. I'm talking to somebody on this live today, no matter how many people on here. Somebody on this live that is listening to me right now is going through exactly what I'm talking about, and they're feeling me through this right now. Like I said, you're going to slip up sometimes along the way, and you have to understand that you are not going to overcome it overnight, and it's not going to be easy. You have to be willing to continue. You have to be willing to continue through it no matter what. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And you have to be willing to trust God. You have to be willing to keep trusting God. You have to be willing to know that it's time to move forward. You have to know when it's time to move forward. As you're going through this process, you have to know when God says, and through this process, after you went through the bumps in the road, after you went through the hell and along the way, you have to know when God says, okay, I've gotten you to this far, it's time to let go. You have to be willing to let go. You can't keep holding on, keep holding on, keep holding on. You have to know when it's time to move forward. Also, you yourself have to know when it is time to move forward through the process as well. You have to understand and know when it is time to move forward. Once you move forward, you never look back. Don't go back. You better yourself for a reason. Like I said, that's what LETGO stands for. Learning, elevating, teaching, growth, gain, and overcoming. That's the reason. I'm going to read another Bible verse to y'all. Let's get in here. Let's get into it. Isaiah chapter, let's see where I'm at. I'm reading another Bible verse. Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm going to get into Zephaniah chapter 3, verses 9. It says, I will turn things around for my people. Zephaniah chapter 3, verses 9 says, I will turn things around for my people. So basically, as you're going through situations, as you're going through this healing, as you're going through this growth process, as you're getting better with time, God is saying that He will help turn things around. You have to know that no matter what you go through, God is going to turn around. He's going to help you to turn it around. He's going to help you to better yourself. He's going to help you to move forward. He's going to help you to become the person that you want to become instead of being stuck on a person that you used to be. Now, what happens if you do not let go? I want to talk about what happens if you don't let go and what the consequences are. What happens? Let's talk about what happens if you don't let go. If you don't let go, if you don't let go, you get tore down. You stay stuck on a person who you used to be. If you don't let go, you stay in a situation that you don't want to be in. If you do not let go, the past wins and the future loses. You don't want to stay stuck in the past. You want to move forward to the future. So you have to be willing to let go. When you don't let go, these are the things that happens. Not letting go it does not do anything to help better you. If anything, it tears you down and it destroys you. You have to know that you are better than your past. You have to know that you are better than anything that anybody told you were going to be. You have to know that you do have a future. We all have a purpose to serve. You have to know that there is better in your future. You have to trust that you will have better in your future. Not letting go is called a setback. That's the word I'm going to use for y'all today. That's the word I'm going to use. What happens when you don't let go? It's called setbacks. Setbacks. You don't want to have setbacks at all. What happens? So let's talk about what happens as you don't let go, what that does. Let's talk about that. Let's get into it. For one, you repeat the same habits. The things that you're doing that you know you're not supposed to be doing, it becomes a repetitive cycle. So you can know that you're not supposed to be eating McDonald's, but you continue to eat McDonald's and you know that it's destroying your body, but you keep eating it and you don't stop and it's destroying your health along the way. Like I said, you could be and you can have friends that you hang out with. You know that hanging around these friends. Every time you hang around these friends, you get into bad situations. You know that while you hang around these friends, it's not doing you no good. It's not helping you in no type of way. But you in some type of way keep hanging with these friends. You keep doing things along with these friends that you know you're not supposed to do or that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you keep doing it because you keep repeating the cycle. Like I said, you know that you're in a relationship. You know that this person don't care about your feelings. You know that they don't want the same things out of life that you want. You've been trying to work it out. It's not getting no better, but you keep on going through it again and again and again because like I said, as you're going through it again and again, the cycle repeats itself. Like I said, it repeats itself. You don't want to let go of the memories of the past. You're staying stuck in the past. Like I said in the beginning, you're staying stuck in the past. So you still keep going through the same thing over and over again because you don't want to let go. It just repeats itself. The cycle continues to spin like a circle. It just goes like this. It's just like a dryer. Just go like this. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. So you continuously keep going through this cycle because of the simple fact that you do not want to let go. So the cycle repeats itself. The cycle repeats itself. What happens next? Your lightness becomes darkness. The second thing is your lightness becomes darkness. Why does your light become darkness? Or why does your lightness become darkness? Your lightness becomes darkness because of the simple fact that at one point in time you were happy. At one point in time you were doing okay. At one point in time you were a better person. But again, because you didn't let go, now you're not letting go of these habits. These habits are tearing you down. They're destroying you in some type of way. So now that smile is starting to become a frown. That happiness is starting to become sadness. You're beginning to go through the emotion as to where you're beginning to get in a dark place. Instead of you having better, or instead of you looking at the situation from better, you start to think that the situation ain't gonna get no better. You start to allow the situation situation to control you because you do not want to let go. You're not trying to let go. So this situation, instead of helping you, it's destroying you. So your light is become darkness. You're now going into a dark place where you don't know who you are. You're now going into a dark place where you can't even try to better yourself because you're so lost. You're stuck in the middle. You are going into a dark place that you cannot come from, that changes everything around you. I know how it feels. I've been there before. When you go into a dark place, it is hard to come out. When you go into a dark place, it is hard to change. When you go into a dark place, it is hard to find yourself again because you spend most of your time walking through the darkness trying to overcome it. Most of your battle is fighting through the darkness, and it's not easy. By the time you come out the darkness, you're not the same person. It changes you. It makes you worse. It destroys you. Do not allow your lightness or your light to become darkness. You have to control your situation. You have to know that you have the power to keep your light on. You have to know that you have the power to keep your light shining. Do not allow the darkness to come and take over. See, the darkness, when it comes down to darkness, the devil will put all types of thoughts in your head. He'll send all types of people your way. He'll send people your way to tell you you're never going to do better. You're not gonna overcome nothing. You're not gonna be able to do this. You're not gonna be able to be that. You know, you had the doubters. The devil sending doubters your way, always telling you negative things in your ear to make you believe that you can't do the things that you want to do. Because as soon as you try to do better, and I say this all the time, it's not even about being spiritual. It's just being straightforward and truthful with y'all. When you try to do better in life, the devil comes to seek and destroy. He will bring that dark cloud around you. He will bring the storm your way. When you walk through the storm, you have to be willing to trust the process. You have to trust God. You have to, so that God can give you the umbrella, so that God can help you to walk through the storm so you can get back to shining your light. You have to be willing to fight through it and get through it. Do not allow your light to become darkness. Do not allow yourself to be stuck. I've been there before. Do not allow yourself to get into that situation. Also, let's talk about what happens next. Number 3, you become depressed. You become angry and more. You become depressed and angry. You start to get to a point where, because of the fact that things are not getting better for you because you're still living in the past, because of the fact that you're holding on to these toxic situations, or you're not doing nothing better. You start to blame others. You start to be situations like you might gain weight for one because you keep eating that food. So when you gaining that weight and you're not looking the same way you look, or somebody saying, "Oh man, oh wow, you done gained a lot of weight." You don't like what others are saying about you, but instead of you wanting to do something about it, instead of you wanting to take the steps, you starting to blame everybody else for your problems. Oh, I wouldn't be going through it if I wasn't having this issue with my husband. Or men will be like, "Oh, I wouldn't be going through this if I wasn't so angry, or I wasn't going through blah blah blah. This person ain't do this blah blah blah, or if I ain't blah 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 blah." You just blaming others. You going through the situations where in life, you're so angry, you're so sad. You just like, "Oh, I wouldn't have went through this if this didn't. I wouldn't be this way if this didn't happen to me in the past, or I wouldn't be this way if that person ain't do this, or if this person ain't snake me out, or if this issue didn't happen in my job, or I wasn't going through these problems in my job." You're blaming others for all the situations that you're going through continuously. Keep blaming others over and over and over and over and over again. You're stuck on blaming others because of the fact that you don't want to admit that your problems you brought on yourself because you didn't want to let go. And you get into you start to become depressed. You start to become worse. So you get to a point where you're no longer happy. You once was smiling, but you're not smiling no more. Everywhere you go, you're just walking around like this. You know, you go home, you're angry. You're yelling at your husband, or men, you going home, you're angry. You yelling at your wives for no reason. Your wives ain't even do nothing, but you're starting a fight just because of the fact that you are upset, because of the fact that you have your own problems, but you want to take it out on your wife. You're going through problems, but you want to take it out on your family members. You're going through problems, you're taking it out on your friends. You're blaming your friends for why you keep on smoking marijuana. You're blaming your friends for why you're drinking. You're blaming your friends for why you're not pursuing your goals, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do or what you want to do in life. You're trying to blame them for why you are stuck, instead of you trying to realize that your problems are your problems and you can grow from your problems. Again, you're staying stuck. You don't want to grow. You don't want to do better. All you want to do is sit around and blame other people. You're depressed all the time. All you're doing is sitting around and just being sad, angry, not happy, because of the fact that you're stuck blaming others for your own problems. That's not who you want to be. That's not the situation that you want to be in. You do not want to keep blaming others for your problems. Let's go to the next one. You miss out on a better future and you remain stuck. You will miss out on a better future and you'll remain stuck. As long as you stay stuck on not letting go, as long as you're not willing to let go, you will be stuck. What I'm basically trying to tell y'all is, if you keep holding on to bad things, if you keep holding on to negative things, you won't grow to know what your future holds. Everybody has a purpose on this earth. Everybody has a purpose, but you will not know what your purpose is if you keep remaining stuck in the past. You will not know exactly what to do with your life if you keep on staying allowing something to sink you and destroy you. You will not know how you can grow because of the simple fact that you are staying stuck. You will not go ahead and become better. You can have a position waiting for you at your job, but how will you achieve that position? How will you get in that position if you're staying stuck in the past? If you're staying stuck, it will hold you. It will tear you down. How will you become better? How can you become happy instead of staying depressed? How can you overcome any type of situation? How can you stop blaming others if you continue to remain stuck? Remaining stuck, you will be in the quicksand. You know what quicksand do? Quicksand. I'm gonna give y'all that example for main stuff. Quicksand pulls you under. Quicksand will tear you down. It will bring you under. You will not be able to grow. You will not be able to grow. As long as you keep on remaining stuck, you will not be able to grow. You won't be able to achieve your purpose in life. You will not be able to be happy. You will not be able to do the type of things that you want to do in life, rather that's traveling, rather that's being a better parent. Any type of goal that you set for yourself, you cannot achieve your goal if you allow yourself to remain stuck because you don't let go. You have to be willing to let go. You have to know in life that you have to let go. Holding on, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, because I'm talking to somebody on this live today. I'm talking to somebody on here. Somebody on this live is going through exactly what I'm talking about right now. Let me tell you something about being stuck. When you're stuck in a situation, you cannot become the person that you know that you are destined to be. Like I said before, I, at one point in time, was stuck in my past. At one point in time, I was stuck on my loyalty to my friends. I was stuck on getting in trouble because I like money, doing the things that I was doing. I was not bettering myself in some type of way, and it was pulling me under for years and years and years. I could have been doing better. I could have been moving forward. I could have been doing the things that God put me here to do, or I could have been doing the things that I knew I was capable of doing because I knew I had talents. I knew that I had goals set for the future, but I was not focused on them goals because I allowed my past to control me. I allowed my past to grab a hold of me. I allowed my past to keep me stuck in the quicksand, and my past was just pulling me down like this. As I continued to try to grow and go above like this, my past just kept pulling me. It kept pulling me. It kept pulling me down, and to the point that I was getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And I almost went under the quicksand. But when I started to acknowledge the fact that I had a problem. When I started to acknowledge the fact that I was not going to allow my light to become the darkness, and I started to tell God that I needed his help, I was able to rise, eventually come out of the quicksand. You have to not allow yourself to stay stuck in the past. When you stay stuck in the past, you will sink. The quicksand will pull you down. Letting go is not easy. But in order to move forward in life, in order to do the things that you want to do in life, in order to overcome any type of situation that you know is bad for you, you have to be willing to let go. Letting go is very important. Do not get yourself caught up and get stuck. Do not stay stuck. You do not want to stay stuck. That is bad for you. And I'm going to keep on saying that to y'all again and again. You do not want to stay stuck at all. You don't. Again, for those who don't know what letting go means or what let go means, I'm giving y'all my example again for those of y'all who are new on this live. I've said it twice already, but I'm going to say it again for y'all. L stands for leaving. E stands for elevating. T stands for teaching. G stands for growth. And O stands for overcoming. Let go. That is what letting go stands for. That's what letting go stands for. Excuse me. Don't hold on to situations that you know ain't good for you. You know, like I said, you know that you're in a merge, you're not happy in your merge, you know you've been in that merge for years, you know that this person has continuously treated you bad, you know that you've gone through the ups and downs, you know that you have trusted God, you have reached out to God, but God is giving you the signs to let go. God is giving you the signs telling you that you deserve better and to choose yourself first. But you don't want to let go because of the fact that that person in some types of way understands you, so you feel like you're not going to find better. You don't have to stay stuck. If you know that that situation is not good for you, let go. You have to let go. If God is giving you all the signs, if God is telling you and has started helping you to heal and is telling you and giving you the strength to walk and is telling you it's time to let go of that situation, listen and let go. If your gut is telling you after all them years of trying, you done tried everything to make that person happy, but that person did not appreciate you, that it's time to let go. Let go. You have to be willing to let go. That's the thing about God. God gives you the power of free will. You have to understand that as well. God gives you the power of free will. He gives you the power to choose to do the things that you choose to do. And God accepts you as you are. Even when you do bad, if you ask for forgiveness, because God knows we're not perfect. God knows that we make mistakes. God will forgive you and will still be by your side, because it says in the Bible, I will not forsake you. If you know that you're having issues with weight and you know that you want to lose weight, you have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to know that you have to stop eating those certain types of foods that are not healthy for you. You have to know that you're going to have to exercise. Like I said, a part of letting go is knowing that you will have bumps in the road. What I'm basically telling you right now on this live is that you have to know that along the way you're going to slip up. Yeah, you might be doing better. You might be starting to let go of all that unhealthy food, but every now and then you might slip up and go back to that unhealthy food. But if you keep on trusting the process of letting go, you keep on working on healing, you keep on working on doing better, you will overcome that situation. You will not be stuck. You will eventually let go of that unhealthy food that is messing up your body. Like I said, another thing is you don't have to stay stuck in the past. The thing about it is you have to acknowledge at some point in time, it's time to let go of trying to be that person who used to and start being that person who is. Again, I'll say that again. At some point in time, you have to be willing to let go of the thought of being that person who used to and start focusing on being that person who is. So you know, back in the past, you was the best gambler out here. You know, back in the past, you was a ladies' man or ladies. You know, back in the past, you was the prettiest out here. You could do whatever. You could get any type of dude that you wanted or whatnot. Or you know, in the past, you didn't have children, men and women. I'm talking to both. Y'all know y'all didn't have children, so you were able to do this. You were able to go these places. But now that you can't or whatnot, so you have to be willing to accept that now that is not your life anymore. At some point in time, you have to be willing to accept, yes, I have children, but I'm okay with having children. Just because I have children, I'm not going to let that stop my life. I'm going to be the best person that I can be. I'm going to be the best person I can be. I'm going to be the best parent I can be, and I can still have fun in some type of way and live my life. That's a part of accepting what is, meaning the now. That's a part of letting go of the past, not being stuck on, oh, I didn't have kids back then, so I could do da da da. But because you had kids now, you want to sit around and be upset and just be angry and do all this. No. No, accept the fact that you have children and be the best person you could be the best parent you can be, and know that you can still have fun as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to those men and women out here who used to back in the day be able to, get whatever they wanted, because you might have been handsome back then, men or women, you might have been pretty back then, whatever the case may be, or whatever. But now, you might not look as good as you used to. So you sitting around and you just upset because you're not that person anymore. You not that good looking. You can't just approach anybody and get this and get that. Da, da, da. And so you want to sit around and just be angry and be angry. No, start knowing that just because your future has changed right now, that doesn't mean that inside you're not on the outside. You're not still a beautiful person in some type of way. I'm speaking to the men and the women. I ain't judgmental, I'm just saying. I'm speaking to the men from a man's perspective, and I'm speaking to the women as well. Women, y'all are beautiful. Men, us, we have to know that no matter how much our looks change, we are still handsome. You have to have confidence. Except right now, back in the day, you could do all kind of things back in the day, but now you can't do things. Some people bodies change. You can't, you can't lift a whole bunch of boxes no more. Or women, you can't do this type of things that you used to do when you were a type of fit. Okay, things change, people change, but you have to be willing to let go of the past. Like I said, you have to know what is going on right now. Start accepting right now so you can move on to the future. You have to be willing to let go of the past. Don't keep staying stuck in that lane of the past of going into, oh, I used to, and allowing that to continue on into your future. Oh, I used to, because as you go into your future, the I used to is going to cover the right now, everything, because you're dragging all this baggage or all this who you used to be into your future. You can't focus on doing the things that you need to do to make sure that you have growth. You want to have growth. You want to have growth in your life, but you cannot grow because of the fact that the past and the who you used to be is keeping you right here. You're stuck right here. Don't allow that to become your future. Stop using the past as an excuse for you not to go into the future. Like I said, letting go is not easy. Letting go of the pain, letting go of the hurt, letting go of the good memories, the good times, whatever the case may be. Letting go of anything that you're holding on to from the past is not easy. You have to be willing to take steps to grow and to elevate in life. Like I said, one of the biggest things is you have to first off acknowledge that you have an issue. You have to be acknowledged that you have a problem with letting go. And once you acknowledge that you have a problem with letting go, you have to be willing to ask for help. Overcoming, that's the problem. A lot of us, like I said before, we don't speak on this enough about mental health. When I get on these lives sometimes, and I overtake these lives for my wife, when she asks me to do these lives for her sometimes, and I come on here, I talk about mental health a lot. I cannot stress this to y'all enough, because it's like God puts it on my spirit every time I talk on these lives. Mental health is very important. If you know that you're fighting a battle on the inside, you know that you're having a problem with overcoming something. You know that something is bringing you down in some type of way. You have to be willing to get help. You try to overcome the battle so much that the battle starts to beat you. Instead of you throwing the punches, the battle is the one throwing the punches. Instead of you bobbing and weaving, you getting hit all the time. You're trying to bob and weave through your problems, but every time you're trying to bob and weave through your problems, it's catching you off guard. It's hitting you. Boom, 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 boom. Problems keep on hitting you. Boom, 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 boom. You're staying stuck because of the fact that you are not willing to get help. You're thinking you can overcome the battle by yourself. So you start to stress. You become depressed. You become angry. And you take it out on everybody else because your mental health is not intact. You start to find different ways to cope. Everybody copes with different problems in different kind of ways. But instead of finding positive ways to cope and finding positive ways to get through the situation, you're finding the negative ways to do it. So the negative ways, such as whatever, it don't matter if it's drugs, it don't matter if it's sex, it don't matter if it's smoking, whatever the case may be, in any kind of type of negative way, you're out here doing different things to try to find that fulfillment, to try to overcome that depression because you're stuck in the dark. Your mental health is not intact. So now it's starting to weigh on your body. Now you're noticing that you're getting sick. You're starting to cough. You know that you're starting to have issues with breathing. You're like, you're going to the doctor, all kind of type of things. You're having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, heart attacks, all kind of different situations because of the fact that your mental health is not intact, because you're allowing your light, as I said before, to become darkness. So you're staying stuck. Your mental health is not winning. It's like you're losing the battle. You're sinking. The quicksand is pulling you down. You're stuck. You can't move forward. You can't try to get better. You can't try to do better because of the fact that you are losing the battle because your mental health is winning. It's winning and losing. What I mean by that, y'all like, hold up, did you say losing? Yeah, I said losing. But like I said, what I mean by your mental health is winning is the bad side of it. I'm not talking about the good side when I say winning. I'm talking about the bad side of it. Okay, there's a good side of mental health and there's a bad side of mental health, okay? You have to be willing to get help. Then, if you know that you cannot win that battle by trying to get help from people like family members or friends that you trust, because some people can't trust anybody, allow God to take the battle. Allow God. If you have tried to trust a family member or trust a friend, but their advice is not helping you, you're not overcoming it any type of way, because you know you have the people who will be like, "Oh, I'm here for you. I'm anytime you need me, I'll be here for you. Just don't hesitate to reach out or don't do this and do that." But as soon as you start telling them your problems and stuff, then they want to start complaining like, "Oh, here go this person calling my phone again. I'm not about to answer. I'm getting tired of hearing the same stories over and over again. I'm getting tired of it. They need to do this and do that." Or that person is not giving you the right advice. It's time to let God take the battle. You have to be willing to know that God is the only person who can help you overcome the battle. I can't stress this to y'all enough. For those of y'all who are not deep into the church, I have to tell y'all myself, I'm not deep in the church, but I'm working on myself and becoming better so that I can become the man that God wants me to be. But it's an everyday process. But I'm going to tell y'all from a person who's trying to better himself perspective. Understand that God is the one you have to give the battle to. You know why you have to give the battle to God? Because nobody knows you better than God, because God is the person who made you, who knows you better than the person who made you, who knows you better than the person who put you on this earth to serve a purpose. God did. God did. So you have to give the battle to God, because God knows you better than you know yourself. Only God knows how you can free yourself from that toxic energy in the past. Only God knows how you can free yourself from all the things that you're going through that you're trying to let go of. But how will you be able to let go if you don't give the battle to God? You have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to trust God through the process. I've had many times in life. I can't stress this to y'all enough. I've been there. I'm telling you, I've been there before. I've been depressed. Look, I'm telling y'all, at one point in time, for those who don't know, some of y'all do know that know me, at one point in time, I was stuck, okay? I was in a situation plenty of times where I done had to fight for my life. I've been in the hospital before. I done sat in the hospital for months. I didn't know if I was going to have a surgery and get through it, and because of the fact that I didn't want to let go of the past and stuff. It was drowning. It was drowning me. It was drowning me. It was drowning me because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be nobody. I don't even know if I have a future. Like I'm sitting there and I'm holding on to my past while I'm fighting for my life. Instead of thinking about different things that I could be doing or different reasons why I wanted to live. And if I didn't trust God, if I didn't ask God to get me through that, I wouldn't probably overcame all those surgeries that I survived. I probably wouldn't be here right now talking to y'all on this live. You have to be willing to trust God no matter what your past is, because you never know whatever you're going through. If you continue to hold on to the past, it can be that one painful thought of the past that can be your self-destruction, that can cause you not to have a future, meaning that you only get one life. We all know that we're living on the clock. We all know that life is short. So these days, life is not promised to anyone. People are dying left or right. If you're holding on to the past, and now there could be that one thought that can tear your body down or tear you down, and it and can cause you to check out. Mental health is very important. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to be willing to put yourself first. Put your happiness first. Do not allow anything else to be the first goal that you pursue. You have to put your happiness first. If you have kids, you can't be the best parent that you can be if you're stuck in the past. You can't be the best parent that you can be if you don't let go. You cannot be the best parent that you can be if you do not love yourself. How can you love your own children if you don't love yourself? You can't be the best husband or the best wife that you can be if you don't love yourself. You cannot be the best worker you can be at your job if you don't love yourself. Because how can you work with others if your attitude is always messed up every day because you have no love for yourself or you got no love for others? You know what I'm saying? You can't be a good friend to anybody or keep friends around you. Nobody wants to be around you because you don't love yourself. You have to be willing to know that you have to love yourself first before anything else. Loving yourself is one of the most critical things in life. If you don't love yourself, you're going to, again, like I said, have a hard time letting go, and you're going to be stuck. Your light becomes darkness because you cannot let go. So you're so depressed that you're not happy with your life. So you're not loving yourself. Self-love is very important. That is the most critical thing in life. You have to love yourself, or you cannot love others or do anything that you want to do in life because you're going to be stuck. Love yourself. Be confident. Walk with a smile on your face. Lift your muscles up. Lift them weights up. If you ain't got no weights, then every day you better walk like you're lifting weights. Be confident. Know that you're strong. Know that you're better than people pursue you to be. The time now is to rise, men and women. It's time to rise. It's time to let go. Don't stay stuck in the past. Don't blame nobody else. Don't sit there and let any negative thoughts get to you or nothing. Start working on letting go and moving forward so that you can be the best version of you. In order to be the best version of you, like I said, it starts with the mental health. And a part of your mental health is loving yourself. You can't do nothing. You can't love nobody. You can't be somebody that you want to be if you don't love yourself first. Because how can you do for anything if you're staying stuck on who you used to be? Brother, as a black man, it may seem many of us do not have family or anyone but one day friends. But recently, I've been using substances to seek friendship, and it's not helping. Your word are a road to God. Thank you very much, brother 12100, who you've been commenting a lot on here. I appreciate that. Mimi Mega Life said, "Amen." Thank you, Mimi Mega Life. But like I said, but brother 12100, I'm gonna talk to you. Substances, I understand where you're coming from. I've been there myself. Like I said, I went in a dark path because I stayed stuck in the past, and I used to like go through a lot of different situations, and I was smoking marijuana continuously, smoking a lot of marijuana. I'm not gonna say how much on this live, but I was smoking a lot of marijuana continuously. I couldn't stop because every day I had to stay high to try to contain my thoughts. I thought that was helping me, but that was not helping me. It was just keeping me stuck, because every time that high came down, I would still have the same problems. I would still go through the same things. It didn't better me. So as these substances that you're using, I'm not sure what they are, but just know that substances do not help you to progress forward. They do not help you to be better, because once that high comes down, or whatever, that feeling that you're riding on, you're still dealing with the same problem. But I also understand that when you're on heavy drugs, like I said, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what substance you're speaking of. But sometimes people who are on heavy drugs, if you are on heavy drugs, it's hard to let go of heavy drugs. It's a process. It's not easy to get through it. But let me tell you something, brother 12100, or brother 12,100. You can overcome that battle. You can get better, but the first step in that is you have to admit that you have a problem. You're having trouble of letting go of that substance. And the second step, like I said, is getting help. Getting help. If you can't get help, then let God help you through it. Be willing to trust God. Don't just talk to God one time and then be like, oh, God got it, I'm just going to let him deal with the battle and trust him. No, you have to do the battle as well. God will help you, but you also have to walk through the storm as well. Along the way, God will give you the umbrella, and eventually you will come out a better person. Like I said, along the way, nobody's perfect. You're going to make mistakes along the way, but you will overcome it if you keep on fighting. Don't allow darkness control your life. Get back to having light in your life. You can do it, brother 12,100. I just want to let you know that. I just wanted to speak on that. But like I said, let me get back to what I'm talking about, because I'm getting ready to get up off of here. But I want to let y'all know, like I said, letting go is not easy. It's not easy at all. Sometimes we allow our past to control our future. We continue to stay stuck on who we used to be instead of who we are now. We continue to make excuses instead of acknowledging what the real problem is. Don't be that person. Be that person who's working on the right now. Like I said, learning, let go means learning, elevating, teaching, growth, overcoming. Let go. Let go. Know that you are better than what people perceive you to be. Know that you are, do not have to keep being that person in the past. Don't keep holding on to oh, I used to be this, or I used to be that, or don't keep on going through that, yeah, I was doing this and I was doing that, and da 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 da. Instead of focusing on where you're at now, you know that you're not that person no more. You know that your life is going through this. You know that all these different things are going on, but because you're still trying to hold on, you're still trying to do like this, you know what I'm saying? You can't even acknowledge what's in front of you, which is the future. You can't acknowledge about the future because you're still trying to hold on to the past. And guess what? Because you're still trying to hold on to the past and you can't be the person that you was in the past, your darkness is overclouding the light. Don't allow your darkness to overcloud the light. Because when the darkness overclouds the light, you know what happens? When you can't let go or you allow the darkness to overcloud the light, then the quicksand pulls you under. It pulls you under. The quicksand gets you when it does like this, to the point that you're trying to win the battle. You're trying to pull yourself out of quicksand, but it's winning. It's tearing you down, and it will tear you down to the point that you're no longer there. You don't want those types of problems. Letting go is hard, but it can be done. Just know, if you know that you're not happy with the way your life is right now, you know that you're dealing with, you're going through different types of problems, confidence issues. You thinking that you're not beautiful enough. It's time to start acknowledging that and focusing on becoming the person that you want to be. You know you're not in a happy relationship or a happy marriage, men and women, but you know you've been in this for 10, 15 years now. You know that you've been unhappy for at least 5. You've been trying to fight for it and it's not getting no better. You've been talking to God and God's been telling you let go, but you don't want to let go because you're holding on to the past and who y'all used to be. If you know it's time to let go, you have to take the steps to heal yourself so that you can let go. You know that in life right now that you're going through something at your job. You know that you're going through problems. You have to be willing to stop letting go of how it was when you first started working. If you know that this job is not for you, focus on getting better jobs. Focus on doing something better. You have to know that you can't be that person. You know that you used to travel, but you can't travel as much because right now you gotta focus because times are hard today. Times are hard today. We going through it feel like another recession to be honest, but you know times are hard today. So you can't take all the vacations you used to take back a couple years ago, and you know that money is tight, but you want to stay stuck on living in the past. You know that you can't take all them vacations, and you're angry because you can't take all them vacations right now. Let go of being that person. So what if you can't take all them vacations? Focus on where you at right now. Just take a vacation sometimes. Stack your money up so that you can work on the future. Like I said, if you stay stuck in the past, you cannot focus on the future. Everybody has a purpose in life. Everybody has a future. There is something on the other side of the door. No matter what you're going through, I don't care what your situation is right now to anybody on this live. Just know that whatever situation you're going through right now, you're not happy about. That does not have to be your future. Stop allowing your past to control the present and the future. Don't allow the quicksand to tear you down when you know that you can have better for yourself. The time is now. Don't wait till later. Don't wait till you get sick or you on your deathbed to sit there and try to think like, God, I want your help. I want to better myself and all that stuff. Don't wait until you were stuck in that situation where you take your last breath. You know that you're getting ready to cross over to the other side of eternity or whatnot because we're only temporary here. Our bodies is only a shell. Don't wait until you getting real spirit, getting ready to leave and cross over to eternity to try to sit there and try to ask God for help or to try to acknowledge you want better. Don't wait, don't wait. Don't wait until, it's the last minute when you about to lose yourself and who you are because you're not happy in life or you're about to lose yourself or you about to sink down in a situation or in a relationship or merge to try to want to heal yourself or do better. When you know that things ain't going better, you put in a couple years or you've tried already and you know it ain't getting better, it's time to start healing because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where it's too late and you lose yourself and you become somebody you do not want to come. Or do you not want to become? Excuse my words, you do not want to become. You have to know the time is now, not later. And I'm not talking about candy. Okay, y'all? The time is now, not later. I'm sorry, you gotta crack jokes. You gotta smile. You gotta smile. You got. Sometimes I crack jokes on here. You gotta do something. I want to uplift y'all. We not gonna stay stuck on the bad subjects. Sometimes you gotta smile. You gotta be willing to smile through this. But like I said, the time is now, not later. Love yourself. You can't love anybody else or elevate in life or do nothing if you do not love yourself. Get help. Get help. If you can't get help or you can't trust nobody or you feel like that whatever somebody's telling you isn't helping, trust God. Overcome the battle. Become a winner. Don't be that person who loses the battle. Just know that you're going to take some hits along the way, but you can fight back and you will win that battle. The time, let go. Don't hold on. My name is Conscious. I want to thank y'all for staying with me on this live and hearing me out today. I hope I touched somebody. I hope somebody got something from this. Brother 12,100, please, please, please start now with getting help. I hope that what I said to you today has helped you. I hope that you do overcome your battle with substance abuse. Like I said, I've been there before. you know, and I understand how that is, and you will overcome that. God has his hands on you. I know that you will overcome that. So everybody else on this live, I hope that y'all got something from this. I hope that I touched somebody today, and I hope that y'all can use what I said today to help somebody else. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all have a nice day. I'm conscious. If you like what you just saw and you just now joined this live or checking out my wife's channel is called The Chosen One by Ashley. Please make sure that you subscribe. Click on that subscribe button. Click on that bell and click on all. She does videos on here. She does live. She does YouTube shorts. All kinds. She does inspiration. All kind of different things. She definitely does a lot on this channel. And I think that a lot of things that she do can help y'all. This is not my channel. I just take over for my wife sometimes when she's not feeling well or she cannot, you know, get out of bed, because my wife does have issues with her health, you know, but she always puts y'all first. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope that I helped a lot of people, and I hope that I will be able to get on here again sometime soon and will be able to talk to y'all again. I'm conscious for those of y'all that don't know me, for those of y'all that been on here before and y'all know me, I'm conscious. Thank you for joining in. Y'all take care. Y'all have a blessed day. The time is now to let go, not later. The time is now to start working on being a better person. Do not hold on to the past. Don't allow the past of who you used to be to interfere with the present and the future of who you're going to be. Take care. Have a good day.